What is up, investors? I'm Jason, and in this video, we're going to be talking about some of these newer meme coins that have really gotten a good amount of people talking about it over this last week with the whole popularity of Dogecoin. The ones in particular we're going to be talking about are SHIBA INU, which you can find under SHIB, SHIB, AKITA INU, which you can find under AKITA, AKITA, and Doge Mars, which you can find under ELON. Now, these three different meme coins, they sent a good amount of their tokens over to Vitalik Buterin, the creator of Ethereum, who is worth a pretty good amount of money. I think he has over $1 billion in Ethereum, and they were thinking that, hey, he has all this money, he's not going to need any of our tokens for anything, and they were just hoping that possibly he would just burn them. I'm assuming, at least that's what I'm reading, but that ended up not being the case, and Vitalik actually ended up selling these. Well, at least he sold them and he gave the money to charity, which in my opinion is a really good thing. So the tokens that were sitting there that were hoping to be burned actually ended up being sold and given to charity. So they went to a really good cause. Now I want to be covering what charities those went to, as well as I want to be talking about these three different cryptocurrencies in general, because they've been making some pretty big moves over a very short period of time. And there's been some pretty big amounts of volume that has been trading. Like SHIBA in general, that one at one moment for a 24-hour period had upwards around $22 billion worth of its tokens traded in that 24-hour period of time. So pretty interesting stuff. So we're going to be covering all that in this video. So as we get to it, if you guys don't mind, please do me a huge favor and please be sure to smash, destroy, and annihilate that like button, because that helps me out a lot with the YouTube algorithm and helps spread these videos to more people that might find it interesting. Also subscribe if you have not already. And if you're interested in being a Patreon and joining the private Discord, I have one. The link is in the description. It really helps out this channel as well. Thank you to all the Patreons. Now let's get to this. And the first one we're going to be talking about is SHIBA INU, because this one is very, very popular. I've actually been hearing a lot of people talking about this one in particular, and it's made some pretty big moves just in a very short amount of time. Now, it actually came out back in August of 2020, but not really anything happened at that time. It wasn't until we started seeing it on anybody's radar until about April, which is where we have all this stuff going on here. Now, if I actually just pan out to the last month, because that's when things started to make some sense with this, is that there started to be some traction. There started to be some hands being changed within this particular token. But as we got into leading up into the SNL episode and all that hype going on there with Dogecoin, that's when we really saw SHIBA INU starting to break out a lot. This is now when everybody started talking about this on all the different social media forums with investing into crypto and stock market and all that stuff. A lot of people started talking about this during this time because, well, this thing really went up a lot. But there was like one point where this thing had close to like $22 billion worth of volume traded in one day. So some pretty amazing things were actually going on over a short period of time. So then we see SHIBA INU's price drop because Elon Musk makes his announcement about Tesla vehicles not being able to be purchased with cryptocurrencies, as well as the whole thing that happened with Vitalik selling off his tokens. And basically, AKITA mirrors the same thing that SHIBA INU does, just with much less volume being traded for the most part. I mean, this is pretty much identical to what we saw with SHIBA INU, and the same thing also goes for Doge Mars. Now, Doge Mars was doing a little bit less volume than the other two, but still upwards around $250 million at some points over a 24-hour period. It's not currently recovering as well as we're seeing AKITA and SHIBA at the moment. Now, as to why Vitalik Buterin was giving these tokens, the theory behind this was that the approach was akin to burning the tokens. Presumably, the idea was that Buterin, who owns 333,500 Ethereum worth around $1.3 billion, wouldn't need the cash and would just sit on the tokens. SHIBA INU's website stated that the tokens sent to him were burned, and that everyone has to buy the tokens on an open market as opposed to the team owning a large supply from the get-go. Now, the crazy thing is, before Vitalik Buterin sold off the wallets that had these coins in it, there was an article going around literally the day before that people were sharing on Reddit and other social media groups that was actually talking about how Vitalik Buterin is holding all of these coins and they're worth so much money. And people were saying that there's no way at all that Vitalik Buterin would sell those and ruin his reputation. He's the guy behind Ethereum. He's rich. He has no reason to ever sell these. He's the most trusted person to have these wallets. He's the guy that's going to burn these. He's never going to need the money. That was literally the day before this happened. So what they basically did was they took somebody that was already very wealthy from cryptocurrencies and then made him one of the most wealthy people in the world, and especially as far as cryptocurrencies go. Now, if somebody was going to publicly announce that they gifted me billions of dollars and made me extremely more wealthy than I already was, I'm sorry. In this case, somebody like me, I would probably cash out some of this money and buy myself a yacht. Of course, donate it as well, but that's exactly what happened in this case. The money was donated. Now, following the sales, Buterin sent large amounts of Ethereum to various charities that support different causes. He gave out more than 16,000 Ethereum, along with some of the Doge-themed tokens. The largest tranche was 13,292 Ethereum, was sent to GiveWell, a non-profit charity assignment organization. The Ethereum creator also sent 1,000 Ethereum and 430 billion ELON tokens, which equaled out to $215,000, to the SHIBA Foundation, which focuses on making people live longer. He sent 1,050 Ethereum to the Machine Intelligence Research Institute, which focuses on ensuring AI has a positive impact. Buterin sent 500 Ethereum and 10% of his SHIB tokens, some 50.6 trillion tokens worth, to Crypto COVID, a relief fund for India. He also gave 49 trillion AKITA to Ethereum focused grants focused on Dogecoin community multi-sig. While these tokens have a paper value of $1.1 billion and $443 million respectively, they are fairly illiquid. For example, AKITA could only be sold for around $5 million on decentralized exchange Uniswap. He also gave 500 Ethereum to Charter Cities, which looks to support charter cities around the world. Now, I'm very happy to see that things kind of went from being possibly very bad to being somewhat good in a way, that there was some sort of a happy ending out of all this, and especially that we're seeing at least two of these cryptocurrencies going up. We're seeing SHIB starting to go up, and we're seeing AKITA to start going up. So that's good that there's a bit of a rebounding going on, and now these coins are a bit more decentralized as well, which is another really good thing. So I'm hoping that there is good that comes out of this, that this money does go to a good cause, and that everybody that is invested in these different cryptocurrencies do come out winning, because, well, that's what the whole point about investing is. So I hope everybody good luck. I hope everybody enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to subscribe, because I have new videos that are coming out on my channel all the time. All right, everybody, I'll see you in the next video coming very soon.